Journalism, the activity or job of collecting, writing, and editing news stories for newspapers, magazines, television, or radio.
Do you read print newspapers anymore?
No, I'm not 78 years old.
Do you read print newspapers anymore?
I do not.
No.
No, I don't, because I'm not 70 years old.
No. I do not. No. Whenever my parents find a really interesting article that I should read, that's when I'll read printed newspapers.
What is your source for news?
Magazines and social networking like Twitter.
The internet. I get my news off the internet.
My main source for news is news programs like on television.
What is your source for news?
I typically love using Twitter for my news source. I follow a lot of magazines and newspapers on Twitter, and I like how it will just give you like quick blurbs. So typically I'll just look sort of through my Twitter feed and figure out which articles I want to read more about.
TV and social media and Fox News.
Usually either Flipboard or email.
Flipboard.
According to Verizon Wireless, Flipboard is part social app and part magazine and news app. It gathers content from social networks, news publications, and blogs. Then, the app displays stories, articles, blog posts, videos, and other pieces of content in a magazine-like format. This is one of the many sources that are over time replacing newspapers. Over the past decade, the percentage reading a print newspaper the previous day has fallen by 18 points, from 41% to 23%, according to Pew Research.
I've read most of them, again, with a great appreciation for the press, for the media.
But like what one specifically, I'm curious that you...
all of them, any of them that have been in front of me over all these years. I have a vast variety of sources.
Even Sarah Palin, American politician and previous governor of Alaska, couldn't even name a single newspaper that she reads.
Our pockets are filled with gadgets and technology, so it's no surprise journalists are using these same tools to cover breaking news.
I think technology has driven the speed of news. Journalists used to use the pen and paper, the camera, the film, all that good stuff. But today's audience has changed. We're in an on-demand society. We listen, we watch on various devices. We don't watch the 6 o'clock news, so journalists now have to be concerned with how can I get this up right now, because if I don't have it up now, my audience is out of here.
Technology pervades every part of what I do in my daily work life. Twitter and Facebook are fantastic at getting information out there quickly and spotting information and sharing information. But at this moment in time, they're actually quite bad for verifying that information. And there's this eagerness to share stuff. A lot of the time that is sadly at the expense of the facts. There was a very, very rapid switch when you didn't go out and you weren't tweeting. You get texts or messages on Twitter from your editors like, should you not be sending some tweets? If you want to be doing digital coverage now, you need to be somehow schizophrenic. You've got to have this aspect of the quiet, bookish writer sat in the corner doing his thing, and then of course you have to assume the role of a broadcast journalist. This seems to have been the worst damaged on the script.
With the evolution of journalism practices, it changes the dynamic of the art. Having a printed copy of your work is much more personal than a shortened version of it on the internet. The creation of a printed piece of work with a staff is time-consuming, but the process brings people together. What is your opinion on the importance of journalism?
I think journalism now is really becoming something that is more of an entertainment source, something like The Daily Show or The Colbert Report, rest in peace. I think that's where most people get their news today, and I think that they expect it to be quick and funny and real, and I think that that's really important for students to start doing early on so they become better citizens of the world and really can help change things for the better. I think that you need to stay informed about what's going on around you instead of just what's happening in your daily life, because it keeps us all connected as humans.